Good day, everyone. Hanging out here at Premium Coach Group in Gilbert, Arizona. Beautiful Ford Travel IH45 I've done a video of. Link to the video down below. American Heritage that I've done a video of. And then the Country Coach Veranda that I had done a video of. Now I'll try to remember to put a link to those three coaches down below to watch those videos. But I wanted to cover real quick on the Veranda. Couple things about the Veranda real quick, and then we'll get into the Intellitec lighting side. HWH hardware, so it's going to be an HWH brand cylinder and their chain system that retracts it all in, all off of the same pump that does the slide rooms. The deck is rated at 3,000 pounds. It had a test at the factories where we put about over 5,000 pounds on them before they collapsed. So you end up with the Veranda tag that says 3,000 pounds capacity. Now this all ends up folding up and becoming one solid wall. Screen door it does have, and double glass door, all hurricane resistant on that side. 3-stage door, so as you can see I've got the glass doors closed right now, and that way it'll be a little bit quieter when we go inside. But let's talk about Intellitec lighting troubleshooting. The first thing is, if your keypads are all going southbound on you and they don't work and they're all hitting different lights and so on and so forth, try turning off your house disconnect switch, which is located right here at the very bottom on this coach. Some of them, they get a little further above this keypad, but here's one of those Intellitec keypads. Another thing, if you have a keypad that doesn't work, it's basically, if you have something weird going on with your Silverleaf, your Intellitec lighting, or even your HWH system, turn your house disconnect off, your chassis disconnect off, wait about a couple seconds, turn them back on, reboot all those computer systems, and usually you'll end up with good luck. But since we're out here, let's go down into this inverter bay real quick. I'll show you where there's an Intellitec output module down in here. So over there on the far side, right back there in the back on the left, is going to be an output module that runs some rope lights up at the entry. It's the constant power for the VMS. So if the Silverleaf is not working, it's because there's a fuse that's a latched output all the time on that module that powers your Silverleaf. And then there's the input outputs for the gen start and so on and so forth up there on the top. The very top is going to be the HWH rear can, and to the left of that is going to be your fuses for your tow board. So that's a quick rundown on the Intellitec devices that are kept here in this inverter bay. You'll have them also inside the coach, spread out at a few different locations. I forgot that deck hangs out further in the slide room. All right, so let's go inside. We'll talk about the Magna, Intellitec lighting, then we'll kind of cover the Intrigue and the Allure, even though we don't have those coaches. So here at the armrest, you'll have some Intellitec modules mounted there on that wall. That's going to do step slide and a few other things. Now if you had a slide room right here on the back wall under the sink, and this cabinet here on the back wall would be where you'd find the Intellitec modules for that. With this being a Veranda, they're actually down here on the floor of the galley. So that'll be the output module for all the lights and everything that are on this Veranda side. Now if this had a slide room, that control module would run everything in that slide room. Over here on the forward driver side, you'll have another Intellitec output box located here behind this access with a finger grab in it. Get it wrapped out here enough that I can safely open it up. So now you'll see there's your Intellitec module for everything that's in this slide room. All right, so if the moods quit working in this room, that's the mood fuse for there. You'll have another mood fuse for over there for that side. For that front entry area, that'll be that one that was in the base. So that kind of covers some of those things. We'll come back here to the back. You won't have a module in this room because it gets ran off of this particular room or these other output modules we'll talk about here in a second. But this main driver's side rear slide. Behind that cover will be the output module for this particular room. All right, the master control brain in these particular bath and a halves are always under the bed. If it's a non-bath and a half, they're in the closet and their own cabinet on the left hand side where you find the override switches. Now these bath and a halves, your override switches for the living room lights and the bathroom lights, or bedroom, excuse me, will be located here. Those overrides on an intrigue are going to be in the rear bedroom closet, and then on the Allure they'll be in the rear bedroom closet, but I'll cover the Allure at the very end of this. Here are your output modules for running the bed, extend and retract, and then doing all the lights in the very center of the hallway. There's the central processor that is the brain of all of it. If you see a red light on one of these modules, it's because there's a communication fault. I can kind of simulate that by pulling the network off right here, and then boom, you'll see that red light light up because there's no network to the central processor. Plug that back in, that clears that fault. Another thing, if you do have a retracting bed and these sconce lights that are on this wall do not work, it can be related to this pin switch that senses that the bed is extended or retracted. If this bed is retracted at all, these wall sconce lights won't work. So just kind of heads up on that. I think that's everything on the Intellitec. Now on the Allure product, got a little darker in here. Let me go smash some buttons here and turn some more lights on. On the Allure product, the output modules are all located in the back bedroom closet on the left hand side, and that's where your override switches are going to be. On the Intrigue and Magna and Affinity product, those overrides, if it's not a bath and a half, or they're at the base of the closet, and the water pump bypass is actually down in the plumbing bay. So I just kind of wanted to give you a tech tip on a little Intellitec troubleshooting. If you have your system go down and all those keypads are blinking, try unplugging each individual module after you've tried turning the disconnect off and back on to reset it, and then unplug each individual module one at a time until the system clears up, and then you'll found your bad component. 90% of the time that's what it is. 10% of the time it's this entry door keypad. I don't know why. I think it's because it gets sun-baked a little more or something like that, and it will go out and take down the network. So that's everything on this troubleshooting thing. Let me know what you think of these tech videos. Try to put these out a little more often than I have been. I want to thank everybody that's taking that time to subscribe, everyone that's throwing those comments and those likes. But till next time, everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. Bye-bye now. All right, good day, everyone. I had a couple questions on verandas I thought I'd cover. 2006 Country Coach Intrigue 530. That's why we're here, is because we're talking about the 530 part of the number. All right, so that's going to be an Intrigue 530 or a 500. So Veranda 500 would be an Intrigue. Now the Magna was, as we saw, this Magna Veranda is a 600. All Magnas that were built were 600s. Then the Affinities would have been a 700. So basically you call them Affinity, the top product that we ever made with a veranda would be a 700 veranda. Now I don't know how many of those are, because I know at least 2 of them were converted into coaches with slide rooms when there was such a high demand for coaches with slide rooms, and of course they were always a bath and a half floor plan. So a bath and a half Affinity, very desirable coach, highly sought after. So that's why some of the Veranda Deck came off and a slide room ended up going in there. Now there is a 400 veranda. I will try to put a link in the description below of that tour that I did. Chad sold one here at Premium Coach Group a few months back, and that would have been an Allure. I don't think there was 300 verandas. That would have been the Inspire, but if there was, they would have the 300 in front of them. So Inspire 300, Allure 400, Intrigue 500 or 530, Magna 600, and Affinity 700. Then there was the Rhapsody product at the time that would have been the next level. And then there was the bus conversions that would have been the next level above that. That would have been done out by the airport in what is now OMC, in those buildings. That's where bus production was on all the late model end of production. Building 1 was the original bus manufacturing building. But so there's your quick video. 3,000 pound weight rating on this. It was tested at over 5,000 pounds at the factory, but we could not, of course, give it a 5,000 pound number. We cut that in about half, so you end up with a 3,000 pound rating on all verandas. All verandas pretty much are just like this, with all the stainless bars, so on and so forth. There is a flip out TV that's here in the very end of it, a little 110 outlet there in the base. So all right, everyone, that's the rundown, the hibbity-dibbity, giving you a little insight on that veranda. All HWH hardware and so on and so forth. They were partners with Country Coach when they did that. It was patented. The patent is now owned by Winnebago, because Winnebago bought Country Coach, basically, in my opinion, to destroy the Country Coach name, to never let there be products built with the Country Coach name. That's why they own it, and that's why they manipulate the way that whoever has the name at this time can use it. So we're gonna have to come back, and we're gonna have Oregon Coach. I'm trying to find some money, and we'll get back to those good old days. So everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Till next time, bye-bye.